Hello and welcome to today's episode of Waste to Taste. In this series, I'll be showing you how to turn food that is soon going to be waste food into a meal that everyone can enjoy. In today's episode, I'll be showing you how to turn vegetables that were leftovers or in your fridge from days that would probably go to waste and turn it into a delicious vegetable broth that you can use to flavor any kind of meal or eat on its own. The ingredients for our vegetable broth that I will be using today is, as you can see, I have a bowl of vegetables that was used for today's meal that will be thrown away if we don't eat them quickly. So my vegetable broth will be based off of these. I will also be using half a tomato that was left, one entire zucchini that, as you can see, has been pretty beaten and will not be used for any other type of meal. So this kind of meal is perfect because it only gives it its flavor. An entire onion that as well will go bad in a few days, so it has to be used up pretty quickly. I had a few sticks of celery left over, an entire carrot, one pepper, I have some parsley for flavor, a few cloves of garlic as well for flavor, and the additionals are salt, pepper, and water. The first step for our vegetable broth is to put all of our vegetables in one big pot. I am going to start off with my bowl of vegetables. This does have a few liquid from today's meal, but that's fine. This will just give it more flavor. That's in. And I will cut all of my other vegetables and add them to our pot. All of our vegetables cut up into our pot, we will put in our water. Make sure to fill the pot until all the vegetables are covered, about half the pot. For extra flavor, we will add salt. I use 3 teaspoons of salt, but you can add more depending on the flavor that you want. Then we will also add pepper. I like to add 1 teaspoon of pepper, but you can always add more. Once everything is in our pot, we will mix it with a spoon to make sure that the salt and pepper are evenly dispersed, as well as our vegetables. Once that is done, we will cover and let simmer for about 30 minutes. Our vegetable broth has now been simmering for about 35 minutes. You can see the vegetables now have a more translucent color, like the onion, the tomato is almost disintegrated. Your vegetables should all look like this. It is now time to plate our vegetable broth. I will be plating mine with some leftover rice that I had from today's lunch, as well as some shredded chicken. But you could eat the vegetable broth on its own. It's a very comforting meal if you're sick or just want a very warm, comforting meal. This is it. So how I'll be plating it is with a bed of rice. This has rice as well as noodles in it. It combines very well with the broth. You can add more or less if you want. And I'm also adding shredded chicken. Obviously, if you want this to be a only vegetable meal, you can skip the shredded chicken. You can be very flexible with this dish. Now we'll be serving our broth. Some people don't like the chunks of vegetable in their soup. I do. But if you don't, you can blend this in a blender for about 30 seconds and you'll get a soup consistency, which some people like better than a broth with vegetable chunks. And we have now our plate ready and it's time to eat. Our vegetable broth is now served and ready to eat. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and will check out our all other recipes. Thank you for watching.